Sasha Banks released from WWE, Steve Austin to destroy CM Punk, Triple H slammed for using outdated theme song for Survivor Series War Games. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins backstage heat caused a dispute, fired WWE star teases joining Bray Wyatt's faction. Sami Zayn roasts Doja Cat, Sasha Banks leaves fans begging for answers. Let's jump right into it. Steve Austin to destroy CM Punk. In case you missed it, rumors about Stone Cold Steve Austin returning for another big match at WrestleMania are running wild on the internet. Unsurprisingly, a long-awaited clash against CM Punk has emerged as a potential option. Ric Flair felt that Austin should convincingly defeat the former AEW World Champion if the match does happen. If it wasn't obvious already, a recent picture pretty much confirmed that Punk is done with All Elite Wrestling following a messy backstage fight at All Out. There is even speculation on whether people within WWE want to work with the controversial star, as his future in the business remains uncertain. However, Austin vs. Punk has been a showdown on many wish lists over the years, and fans would be thrilled to see them finally share the ring together. Here's how Ric Flair would book the match, as revealed on his To Be the Man podcast. If he wrestles CM Punk, he needs to beat him in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Stone Cold and CM Punk, come on, give me a break, said Ric Flair. Can't even mention their names in the same breath, please. Ric Flair specifically talked about Steve Austin and commended the WWE legend for keeping his body in optimum condition despite being away from the ring for so long. The three-time Royal Rumble winner had one of the most significant characters of the Attitude Era. Ric Flair added that Steve Austin would never miss the chance to portray his Stone Cold persona for the masses. He always stays in good shape, Steve does. He doesn't look that much different from when he was. I mean, his body is still great, he looks good. Knowing his ego and knowing who he is, he will want to be Stone Cold, you know what I mean. The multi-time world champion took the WWE Universe on a nostalgia trip at WrestleMania 38 last year as he wrestled his first official match for the promotion since 2003. Steve Austin could not have asked for a better opponent as Kevin Owens ensured that he fulfilled his childhood dream by putting on a memorable match with his idol. Steve Austin exceeded fan expectations in a 14-minute outing and worked a few dangerous spots even though the risk of his past neck injury loomed large over the contest. Ric Flair felt Austin and Owens knocked it out of the park with their in-ring performances at WrestleMania. The Nature Boy would be all in to see another Stone Cold performance on the grandest stage of them all in 2023. Flair added, I think with Steve, he's like Edge maybe time and technology or whatever, his neck is healed. But Steve was hurt really bad. So to go out there and what he did with Kevin Owens was fantastic and a lot more than they anticipated, but you know, for Steve to put on the tights and go out there and wrestle as Stone Cold, he would take a lot of pride in himself because he is a man's man. What are your thoughts on Ric Flair's suggestion for Steve Austin vs. CM Punk? Let us know in the comments section below. Triple H slammed for using outdated theme song for Survivor Series War Games. WWE's next premium live event, Survivor Series, will take place on November 26th, making it the first main roster event built around the War Games theme. WWE recently unveiled Ozzy Osbourne's song Parasite as the official theme for Survivor Series 2022, and Vince Russo was least impressed with Triple H's pick. Since taking charge of the main roster, the cerebral assassin has looked to overhaul the product and add a few throwback elements to the presentation. The Survivor Series War Games theme is from Ozzy Osbourne's latest solo album, Patient No. 9, released in September earlier this year. On this week's Legion of Raw, Russo clarified that he was a big fan of Ozzy Osbourne and his band Black Sabbath. However, the Survivor Series 2022 theme song was outdated and reflected Triple H's musical preferences. The veteran believed Triple H was making a mistake by not considering what present-day fans wanted and highlighted the Survivor Series theme song as an example. As much as I love Black Sabbath and Paranoid is a great album, why are they using a song from the 60s for the Survivor Series? I know it is Triple H, but that's what I'm saying. It's not about Triple H, it's about the freaking audience. It's not about you, said Russo. Vince Russo blasted Triple H for playing a 60s-inspired rock song in 2022 and even joked about Ozzy Osbourne possibly showing up on WWE TV as a special guest referee. You're going to bring Ozzy in as a special guest referee. It's not about him, it's about the audience. So, you're playing a song that you like from the late 60s, bro, and we're in 2022. Come on, the veteran added. Triple H and his team haven't wasted much time developing storylines heading into this year's Survivor Series, as 3 matches have already been confirmed as of this writing. Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and an unannounced star will take on Damage Control, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley in a highly anticipated women's War Games match. The men's War Games match is currently unconfirmed and is expected to feature the Bloodline taking on the Brawling Brutes, Drew McIntyre, and another WWE talent. AJ Styles and Finn Balor will look to get the match of the night honors when they battle in a singles match. Ronda Rousey will also defend her WWE SmackDown Women's Championship against Shotzi, with the champion being the favorite to retain her title. While more matches will be added to the card in the upcoming weeks, what are your expectations from Survivor Series War Games? Let us know in the comments section below. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins backstage heat caused a dispute. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have established themselves as two of WWE's most respected superstars over the last decade. However, the former Shield members' reputation among their co-workers has not always been as good as it is now. In 2013, rumors emerged that Reigns and Rollins received backstage heat after an incident with Randy Orton during an untelevised tag team match. At the time, they were the tag team champions while Shield stablemate Dean Ambrose held the United States Championship. The Wrestling Observer's Brian Alvarez reported the story in the Figure 4 weekly newsletter. There was heat on the Shield in recent weeks. It was said that Rollins and Reigns were the two. The Office was upset with another WWE source said the issue with Reigns was that there was a house show tag match which Reigns and Randy Orton were in, and they botched up a spot and got into a shouting match about it backstage. A guy in Reigns' spot arguing with a guy in Randy Orton's spot is a great way to get massive heat on you, according to Alvarez. Then WWE Chairman Vince McMahon disagreed with his son-in-law Triple H on how the two should be reprimanded, regardless of what happened. We were told that there was a power struggle of sorts and that Vince McMahon wanted people punished and Triple H didn't want them punished, so he was fighting to keep them strong on TV. Alvarez also reported that the Big Show had a problem with Rollins around the same time. The architect allegedly upset the former WWE veteran due to his improper conduct backstage. The report on the Shield's behind-the-scenes drama was published on July 26, 2013. 2 weeks earlier, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins defeated the Usos in a classic match on the Money in the Bank 2013 kickoff show. Brian Alvarez added that WWE's higher-ups soon forgot about the backstage problems due to the high quality of the Shield versus the Usos. I don't know if things have changed, but another good source in WWE claimed that while there was heat, the pre-show match with Shield versus Usos was so good that pretty much all the heat dissipated afterwards. Almost a decade later, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins remain two of WWE's star attractions. The former tag team partners will celebrate their 10-year main roster anniversary on November 18, 2022. What were your early impressions of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins? Let us know in the comments section below. Fired WWE star teases joining Bray Wyatt's faction. The rumor mill has been abuzz with speculations about Bray Wyatt once again leading a faction of his own in WWE. Former star Jonah, also known as Bronson Reed, added fuel to the fire by posting a cryptic picture on social media. Bronson was a part of the Stanford-based promotion for over 2 years before his release in 2021. He primarily competed on the NXT brand and won the NXT North American Championship during his tenure. Bray Wyatt's return to the company at Extreme Rules was preceded by the characters of the Firefly Funhouse making an appearance in the audience. This angle led many to believe that the former Universal Champion will be spearheading the Wyatt Six faction, which is also his username on social media. Amidst the speculations, Jonah took to Instagram to post a picture of what looks to be a depiction of Huskus the Pig, a puppet from the Firefly Funhouse. Jonah is currently signed to New Japan Pro Wrestling. He also competed for Impact Wrestling after his release from WWE. Jonah could soon be making a return to his old hunting ground. The 34-year-old star was previously seen in action last month when he competed against Kazuchika Okada. The match saw the Rainmaker beat the former WWE star to avenge his G1 Climax loss. The duo shook hands after the bout, which according to the Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer, could have some larger implications. Another question involves Jonah. Jonah has had offers to come back to WWE. After he lost to Okada, the two shook hands, almost like this was the end of their rivalry. However, Jonah in his post-match interview said that they have to do a third match, said he was okay with the loss because Okada is the best wrestler in the world, noted that they were 1-1, and said on this night Okada was guided by the spirit of Inoki and that's why he won on this night, Dave reported. Bray Wyatt, meanwhile, has been assigned to SmackDown since returning. The former Universal Champion confronted LA Knight on the Blue brand last week. Wyatt also delivered a headbutt to the former NXT star after the latter took a dig at the Firefly Funhouse. Would you like to see Jonah return to WWE to join Bray Wyatt's rumored faction? Sound off below and let us know. Sami Zayn roasts Doja Cat. WWE superstar Sami Zayn has taken to social media to respond to a post made by Doja Cat. Zayn has been on the run of his career since aligning himself with the Bloodline earlier in 2022. He was recently in the ring at a WWE live event in Switzerland, alongside Jimmy and Jey Uso. The previous night, he was bested by Braun Strowman in Germany. Despite his less than stellar match record as of late, Sami's antics outside the ring make him one of SmackDown's most popular stars. Now, the honorary youth has taken to social media to respond to United States-based rapper Doja Cat. Doja took to her official Twitter account simply to say "Ussie," which prompted a response from Zayn. In his reply, Sami quote tweeted, noting that it was, in fact, spelled Yusi, implying that Doja's tweet was about the Bloodline's recent work on WWE SmackDown. It's spelled Yusi, he replied. However, it is worth noting that Doja Cat's tweet had nothing to do with either the WWE, Sami Zayn, or the Bloodline. A fellow WWE SmackDown star has also taken to Twitter to respond to the honorary use. Brianna Brandy, otherwise known as B-Fab, took to social media to agree with Sami Zayn. In her response, the Hit Row member told Zayn that he was correct and that some people didn't know. Correct. Some don't know, she added. B-Fab last got into the ring on October 2nd at a WWE live event in Saskatchewan, Canada. At the show, she went one-on-one with Natalia in a losing effort. What did you think of Sami's tweet? What did you think of B-Fab's response? Would you like to see Doja Cat appear on the WWE? You can share your thoughts in the comments section down below. Sasha Banks leaves fans begging for answers. Multi-time WWE Women's Champion Sasha Banks' latest tweet to her fans has left them confused and wanting answers. Since the Boss and Naomi walked out of WWE Raw in May, speculation has been rife over their future. While many fans wonder whether Banks will show up in AEW, others are hopeful that the former Women's Champion will return to her former stomping grounds. Amidst the conundrum, Banks' latest Twitter activity has raised more questions than answers. Banks recently took to Twitter to send what seems to be an appreciative message to her fans. Banks wrote thank you in her tweet without providing any context, and her fans are now curious about the message. While many of the Boss fans were grateful to her for the tweet, several others demanded an explanation as to why she thanked them. The former Women's Champion boasts a whopping 5.6 million followers on her official Instagram handle. Sasha Banks recently shared a video message to her fans on Instagram, hinting that a date she has been waiting for is on the horizon. As time passes, there has been so much growth, and there has been so many beautiful opportunities in the journey that I've been loving. But, as time also goes on, the date is coming that I've been waiting for forever, the past 6 months. And I can't wait that I'm really going to make the most of this November to make all my dreams happen in preparation for this date that I've been waiting for. Many of Banks' fans want the former champion to make her return to WWE and flourish under Triple H's creative vision on the main roster. The game is a big fan of Boss in ring work and recently heaped praise, calling her an unbelievably talented young woman. Sasha Banks' cryptic tweet mere days after her massive tease has undoubtedly left many in the wrestling world confused. Only time will tell what Banks is in store. What do you think Sasha Banks meant with her latest tweet? Let us know in the comments section below. Sasha Banks released from WWE. Sasha Banks is currently being promoted as a former WWE superstar for an upcoming event. She walked out of the company with Naomi during the May 16th edition of Raw. Sasha and Naomi were the women's tag team champions at the time, but WWE booked them to compete against each other in a six-pack challenge in the main event. Banks and Naomi reportedly walked into former EVP of Talent Relations John Laurinaity's office and left the titles on his desk before exiting the building. Michael Cole announced that the two were suspended indefinitely on the following episode of SmackDown. The official account for Comic-Con Revolution announced that the Boss will be appearing at the event in May next year. In the announcement, she was referred to by her real name and formerly known as Sasha Banks. Huge news that Mercedes Varnado is coming to CCR this May. FKA hashtag Sasha Banks and the Disney Plus hashtag The Mandalorians hashtag Coscar Reeves. Survivor Series is in Sasha's hometown of Boston on November 26th, and there is one slot remaining in the Women's War Games match. Time will tell if Sasha Banks is the mystery superstar to join Bianca Belair's team at the premium live event. Do you think Sasha will return to WWE? Share your thoughts in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me